Every second you've been watching of this video so far has been completely AI generated.
Well guys, we're back. We are once again revisiting the topic of Kwebbelkop AI, which, if I'm being honest, is not something I thought I would be circling back to. But there's been a development. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll put one of those little cards in the corner for you to go watch my video on the whole Kwebbelkop AI situation. But to give you the short version of it, about a month or two ago, a very large YouTuber named Kwebbelkop decided to transition all of his content into being produced by AI. He trained an AI to talk like him and do commentary like him. He made this like weird virtual model thing, and he basically went hands off on all the gameplay videos he was making. Now, as you probably would expect, his fans were not exactly thrilled about this, and neither was the internet, and he got a ton of backlash and criticism, which I guess led him to make this video the other day, the end of Kwebbelkop AI, where he talks about the future of his channel and what's going to happen with his entire AI project. Now, I would let the video reveal it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to put something in the thumbnail or title that gives it away. What you're looking at right now is not a real person. It is once again an AI trained to look, speak, and act like Kwebbelkop. The man did not understand a single ounce of criticism that was sent his way, and he has instead doubled down and just made something even more insane. So I figured since we went through the first video together, we would watch this one as well. Because honestly, I think the internet's reaction to this kind of stuff is setting an important precedent. Hopefully in 5 years, people trying to do this will be just as laughable as it is now, but we'll see about that. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
11 years ago, I started my YouTube journey. My one and only goal was to entertain as many people as possible, to share my joy with the world, and to form new friendships. I had a lot of fun, from playing with my best friends to meeting completely new strangers and having a blast. And all of this while playing video games every single day. This was an absolute dream of mine.
Alright, so a lot of people in the comment section of this video are saying that it's so obvious to them that this is AI. And I mean, yeah, there's a few things towards the end that are a little bit unnatural looking, but this just looks like an awkward guy on camera. If you didn't tell me this was AI, I would literally never know. I don't know if I just have an untrained eye or what, but this looks like a real human to me. Sure, the audio's not quite synced up perfectly when you really start to look for it, but when you're not expecting this to be a fake human, I don't think you see it.
I would have never imagined anything better than this, and I wouldn't trade this in for anything in the world. But even a dream job can't stop me from growing up and growing older. And this made me realize this is not something I'll be able to do for the rest of my life. There will always be a point where I'll end up quitting. That might be now, that might be 10 years from now, that might be 50 years from now. So
this part of the video cracks me up, and it's something that I've noticed a lot with content creators. I feel like a lot of people get into a position where they're doing YouTube for a job and they forget how easy they have it. And this is coming from a person who does YouTube for a job. Now, I love what I do, so it doesn't really feel like a job, and I feel like that's probably the case for a lot of content creators. I could understand it being kind of grueling if you hate doing it, but I feel like most big YouTubers enjoy being YouTubers. And I'm not gonna name names here, but it's like some people on this website accept a little bit too much babying. I see this especially with like the really big names on YouTube when they'll make a community post like, hey, not feeling well today, there's not gonna be a video. And the comments are like, don't even step foot in your office today. You go and you lay in your bed and you take all the time you need. You can go for 10 years, we don't care. You do what's best for you. It's like, first off, calm down. Most of us sit in front of a computer for a few hours and then we're done with work for the day. Save this for people who actually do meaningful jobs. Like, seriously. Save that for doctors and paramedics and people who actually make a difference in the world, not people who play video games. And do not get me wrong, I'm including myself in that group of people. I already have the best job on the planet. I can power through a little bit of discomfort. But why this is relevant is because he's saying like, eventually I would have to quit. Not eventually people would stop watching, but eventually he would have to quit. This guy's making millions and millions of dollars playing video games, and eventually he would just be forced to quit. That's why he has to replace himself with AI. Can you imagine this argument for anything else? Hey boss, sorry bud, but I'm gonna be quitting. This is just not for me anymore. I'll be sending in my clone instead, so that's covered. You can send the paycheck to the same place though, don't worry.
I decided to clone myself. I decided to make a virtual version of Kwebbelkop. However, I made a mistake. I thought that Kwebbelkop AI would be accepted and embraced. I thought people would love Kwebbelkop AI as much as I do, both for its exciting technology and its unbound creative potential. And a lot of you did.
I don't know if he's just trying to trick people into forgetting what happened, but I do not remember seeing a single bit of support anywhere on the internet for this.
A lot of you loved it because you understood the vision and you saw where this could potentially go. But there was also a counter movement, a group of people who disliked everything AI stands for, and who really honed in on the quality of the AI, who took every chance to criticize and judge my creativity, my team's hard work, and our storytelling. People who thought I was personally contributing to the end of content creation merely by working on this project.
Alrighty, so here's where we enter the doubling down part of the video. Now, Kwebbelkop, I'm not sure if you're actually just completely unaware of what happened when you revealed this AI, but it sounds like you're trying to twist what actually happened in order to try and make people feel bad for you. No, nobody's judging your creativity or your team's storytelling. People are judging you for building up an audience and then turning your back on them completely, trying to turn your channel into a soulless cash cow that just makes you money while you do nothing, proving that your audience and community that made you a very successful and rich man mean little more to you than dollar signs. That's what people are actually upset about if you weren't aware, not your creativity, but I feel like you already knew that.
One of the arguments I kept hearing over and over was that they wanted to see me, the real me. But I kept thinking, this is the real me. This is my creativity led by me. This is the story I want to share with the world. The story of Kwebbelkop AI.
You know what, Kwebbelkop? I'll give it to you. You must have hired a really good PR team because that was almost believable. But yeah, nobody's buying that this AI project is some sort of mission of creativity and it's just how you want to show yourself to the world. It's very clear that you're trying to write a formula of making YouTube channels fully autonomous so you can just make money while doing nothing. If you were just upfront about that instead of trying to twist it into this creative vision nonsense, people might actually respect you more.
But like I said, I made a mistake. I decided to share Kwebbelkop AI with the world when he wasn't 100% ready. He hadn't fully matured yet. So let me just say, everyone has ever said about Kwebbelkop AI has been heard. Every bit of criticism, every argument for, and especially every argument against, every comment, every email, every tweet.
This statement is about to be shown to be laughably false.
That's why we decided to train a brand new Kwebbelkop 2.0 model with every bit of feedback we've received. And the results, they're astonishing. Every second you've been watching of this video so far has been completely AI generated. The Kwebbelkop you're seeing on the screen right now is not really me. I hope this video provides a better glimpse into the vision that we have for Kwebbelkop AI.
So with this, I seriously don't know if Kwebbelkop and his team are just kind of playing dumb and acting like they don't understand the feedback and the criticism, or if they somehow just genuinely misread all of the pushback to mean, we like the AI, we just want it more realistic. I feel like both options are equally insane. You've got hundreds of videos being made saying that nobody wants to see content creation go down a path like this, and you've got hundreds of thousands of tweets and comments saying the exact same thing. I feel like there's no way a team could possibly misread that as, okay, they just want it more realistic. And I also feel like there's no way a team would come together and be like, okay, we're just gonna play dumb and act like we don't understand the feedback. What happened here?
And a future in which influencers can use AI to enhance their storytelling, lower the barriers of entry, and share themselves with the world, regardless of any disability they may have.
My goodness, that PR team's working overtime. I mean, they are really going for it. This is like the ultimate Hail Mary. So now this is all about helping disabled individuals get into content creation easier? Really? I thought it was about creativity. This man was definitely in a sizable hole, but I feel like he could have gotten out of it. Just came back and been like, hey guys, we tried it, we made a mistake, we realized you don't like it, no more AI. But this man has now dug to the other side of the planet. Just come out and say you're trying to make more ad revenue with less effort. I mean, seriously, look at channels like Bro Science Life. He used to put 4 minutes of black screen at the end of his videos just to get to 10 minutes. If you're at least upfront and honest about it, there's a chance people are gonna respect you. But when you make up some sob story about how people are robbing you of your creative vision, and this is really just to help the disabled, there's absolutely no coming back from this.
So please consider subscribing and enjoy the story the real Kwebbelkop wants to tell. The story of Kwebbelkop AI. Thank you.
Is this really what they thought was going to win people over? What do you think is going to magically change even if people do believe this is the quote story you want to tell? It's still a bad one. Absolutely just demolished. A Rice Krispie treat mood instantly boosted. Well guys, what do you think about this? Personally, I feel like they've just made this situation infinitely worse than I ever thought they could. They went full corporate passive aggressive boo-hoo, feel bad for me, I'm really saving the world, and it is not a good look. I don't see how a team of people, especially one led by a guy who's been relevant on the internet for like a decade can be this clueless about how to respond to an internet situation. I mean, they literally did every single thing they could wrong. This is the nail in the coffin. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.